Yes, it is. You know,
It doesn't look good. Look, I'm gonna have to go. Had any symptoms like this before?
No.
Anything unusual? Excess caffeine, drugs of any kind?
No to both.
Let's do a chest X-ray, ECG. 10 milligrams of morphine. That should help with the pain.
Sorry, I think I'm going to be sick.
All right, John. It's okay. It's okay. Been sick a lot recently?
No, I've been fine up until today. It's probably because it's so warm.
It's blood in the sputum. I'd like someone from GS to take a look at her. Do you want me to ring work?
It's all right, I'll do it.
All right, we'll do the chest X-ray and ECG, and then I'll get back to you. All right?
Thanks.
Okay. Mr. Douglas.
Mrs. Beecham.
I'd like you to do me a favour.
Really? You know, I'm always happy to oblige you if I can.
Cunningham's clinical governance meeting.
Sounds thrilling.
Oh, I'm glad you're excited, because I've told our revered chairman that you'd stand in for me. They're doing a cost-cutting exercise on daycare surgery, so I'd like you to compile a report of recommendations for Darwin.
It's very kind of you to land me with this insanely dull task, but I'm going to have to say no, because I'm on my way to see Mr. Thurlston in ITU.
Well, the spontaneous pneumothorax.
Very sane.
Well, I'm sorry. I want you to go to the meeting and keep me abreast of the proposal. Someone else can see Mr. Thurlston.
What?
I wasn't asking.
Well, hold it for me.
What?
Michael Spence.
Connie Beecham, Game Oils.
Nice to meet you, Michael.
Can't help it, can you, you Americans? Oh, nylons and chewing gum.
It's not what it looked like.
Really?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking hyperdynamic circulation, arrhythmia, or maybe sympathetic overdrive.
Caused by anything in particular?
Mitral valve prolapse.
Could this be stress-related?
It's a possibility.
Well, I am a big believer of living life in the fast lane if you can take the pace.
She's an events organizer,
Mary started the business.
but Alice took it over from me.
Are you two related?
Half-sisters.
Right, so, as I said, the X-ray was clear, the ECG's clear.
Okay, where's the pain? And you vomited recently.
Yes.
Could be a duodenal ulcer.
Could be.
That would fit. All the travelling, there's a lot of worry.
Should we not consider mediastinitis?
No, it's unlikely. There's no obvious rupture to the esophageal wall, no history of endoscopic or surgical procedures which usually cause a perforation, so it's not likely. In fact, it's unlikely.
What about the vomiting?
One-off? That'd be pretty extreme to cause an esophageal perforation. Nothing showed up on the X-ray.
Well, it won't necessarily show. What about palpitations?
I don't see how the palpitations are linked to the ulcer.
If it is an ulcer?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Are you thinking of operating?
Yeah, that way we can get to the bottom of whatever's happening.
Don't be scared, Alice.
I'm not.
She faints at the sight of blood.
No, I don't. That's you.
Okay, that's what you want to believe. She hates blood.
Can you just drop it, please?
Okay, ladies, thank you. Honestly, Michael, that was just shameless.
What?
I know you're not having an easy time with it, but it's one thing behaving badly with a member of the board, but really don't flirt on my ward.
I think you'll find I wasn't flirting with her.
No.
She was flirting with me.
If you hadn't have responded...
Oh, come on, Connie.
Michael, do you really think this is appropriate for the director of surgery?
Oh, well, then I will be on my best behavior, I promise.
You'll have to try better than that to impress me.
You were missed at the clinical governance meeting.
It's always nice to hear. But I did send my top registrar, so...
Top registrar.
And I hope he had helpful points.
I mean, he is one of your top registrars.
Maybe Mr. Douglas was tied up in ITU.
Must have been an important case.
I'm sure he thought so.
Shame he couldn't offer his apologies rather than send an F2 to bumble through proceedings.
Well, it's probably just over-exuberance.
Bit like an untrained Labrador.
Right, well, leave it to me. I'll speak.
No. Allow me.
Mrs. Beecham. Alice Cairns, her BP's fallen.
Okay. I hear you were Darwin's representative. And, as I understand it, your contribution was gibberish.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's down to Mr. Douglas. Where is he?
Don't know.
Well, I suggest you find him and let him know I'm not happy.
Why is she in so much pain?
Can you just leave Mr. Spencer do his job, please, Mary?
I'm just worried about you.
You got here fast.
He just appeared. It's like he sensed things weren't quite right.
Well, I do wish that were the case. I came to check on the patient.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is she your patient now?
Would you like to be my patient?
I'm really not bothered.
Excuse us for a second. I'm worried about peritonitis.
Okay, that's one possibility, yeah.
Okay, well, Keller's at full tilt, so I need to find some space.
Well, do you know what? I think there's a cancellation on Darwin, so you can have one of my theatres.
I graciously accept.
Right, well, before you open it up, do you not think you should consider mediastinitis? It's something that can be treated with antibiotics.
I am fairly confident that it's an ulcer.
Do you know what? Fine, you're patient.
All right, I always said we'd make a great team.
No, don't push it.
I am going to be all right, aren't I?
Yes,
Mr. Spence wouldn't let anything bad happen to you, would you?
definitely not.
Can't even let me be ill, can you?
What do you mean?
Still have to be the centre of attention.
That's not true, Alice.
So why are you flirting with my doctor?
Oh,
Yes, you are. It's all about showing the world who's the boss, isn't it?
where is this coming from? You're the one who has everything, not me.
Really, Mary, what have I got?
The job? The lifestyle?
Yeah, and you have the husband and the kids.
You let him use one of your sacred theaters. What's next? Drinks? Dinner? My guests to a summer ball?
Is this some sort of subtle invite?
Yeah, not that subtle.
Is you trying to impress me?
Well, I would be honored if you would accompany me.
Really? Why aren't you taking that fleaser you were fumbling with earlier?
I prefer your company.
You are joking.
I'm not.
Well, sorry, no.
Well, may I politely ask why?
I, have nothing to wear.
Oh, wow, smell that. That's definitely a perforation. Well, it looks like I was right on the money. Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Beecham. I haven't broken anything yet.
I'm not.
Just here to watch an extremely talented surgeon at work.
Why? Is someone else coming?
Uh-huh. Hey, what do you reckon the story is with these two?
Sibling.
Half siblings.
Yeah, right. Half siblings. Probably makes it worse.
How?
Well, you know, you've constantly got to be better than the other one.
Permanent competition.
Something you should be okay with.
Hey. I don't think I'm the only one in competition here.
Meaning me?
No. I was just thinking about her sister Mary, how she's loving it that she's on top for once.
For once.
Yeah. Well, you know, Alice has got the glamorous lifestyle, the high-powered job, but she's ill now, so Mary gets queen bee.
And this from the man who claims to understand women.
Oh, no. I never said I understood them. I like them.
Well, it's permanent warfare with these two.
Yeah, well, that's something you and I can relate to. Working here, I mean. You think she'd flip out if I invited her sister to the ball?
Please tell me you're not serious.
Gotta take someone. You turned me down.
Oh, my God, you're incorrigible.
Let's close her up. Another victory for the boy from GS. Mwah. Mwah.
Her heart rate's still up.
It'll come down, trust me.
Make sure that gets to histology. Michael, give it a rest. It's Mr. Spence's patient, but I would like to see the report from histology as soon as possible, please.
How is she?
It's just as we thought, an ulcer.
And?
We removed it, we've sent it off to make sure that's all it is. All being well, should be it.
I can't thank you enough.
Just doing my job.
No, really. I think Alice is so lucky to have had you as her surgeon.
I assure you, it was routine. Any surgeon could have handled it.
Well, thanks again.
It wasn't me.
Oh, and I'm supposed to be impressed by that.
Catch you later.
Mrs. Beecham, you're needed.
Her BP just fell away and her temperature's up. She's barely breathing.
Did you page Mr. Spence?
Yes, no reply, so I naturally thought you should be informed.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
What's happening?
She's in septic shock.
What does that mean?
Right. Ventilation, please. Let theatre know we're on our way. And page Mr. Spence again.
And how long does it take to deliver? Great. Okay, I'll meet you at the reception desk in half an hour.
Anything from Mr. Spence yet?
No, nothing.
For God's sake, hurry up. Where the hell have you been?
Yeah, sorry I'm late, everyone. I was just,
No, it was a rhetorical question. I'm not interested in your pathetic excuses.
Oh, I just had to do something.
Really? More important than saving someone's life?
Didn't go that far.
You need to get your priorities right.
Believe me, I try.
Well, let me tell you, today you failed. And you know what? That's probably why you're in the dilemma you're in.
I'm in the dilemma I'm in because normally I would take my wife, but since she's filing for divorce,
Divorce?
yeah, it's terminal.
But I thought you...
What, that we just work everything out, get back together? Yeah, well, believe me, so did I. But clearly I was wrong. Anyway, that's my problem. What's the problem here?
Tearing the esophagus.
So there was something else.
Clearly.
So what caused it?
Vomiting. Extreme vomiting.
No, because I asked her... Bulimic.
Well,
She'll be fine.
why did she have to go back in? You messed up, didn't you?
It was difficult to diagnose with...
I knew it. I could tell you didn't know what you were doing. You didn't even know what was wrong with her.
Hang on. It wasn't Mrs. Beecham. It was me.
Well, you're just saying that.
No. Originally, I thought it was just an ulcer, but Mrs. Beecham realized it was something else.
Really?
It was a tear in the esophagus, but your sister's gonna be fine now.
That sounds really serious.
Can be, but thanks to Mrs. Beecham, everything's gonna be okay.
Thank you.
Mrs. Beecham,
Mr. Douglas?
I was just coming to see you to apologize and say that Mr. Cunningham has well and truly chastised me, so you can go lightly on me.
Well, Dr. Valentine was a very bad idea.
I failed to mention the report that needed doing, which didn't help.
Well, no, perhaps I could have been a little clearer when I told you.
No doubt that would have helped. Games we play.
I don't know what you mean.
Actually, I also wanted to see you about Mr. Thurlston in ITU.
What about him?
He has a leaky aortic valve.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Shall I book a theatre and scrub in?
Oh, you can book a theatre, but can't scrub in.
Why not? I found it.
But Cunningham wants his report by the end of the day, and if I'm seeing having you assist in an op instead of doing the report, it wouldn't look good on me, would it? Sorry. Okay, come.
You wishing you were in there?
Wouldn't any surgeon.
Mrs. Beecham let me know it was you that spotted the problem with this patient.
Did she now?
I don't think she wanted to take your glory.
No. Well, that's very decent of her.
Let's check the box.
Check for scarring on the heart. I had another thought
Really?
about what caused the perforation in the first place. I think he may be suffering from endocarditis. Could explain the infection, the high temperature. Could be the cause of all the complications.
Check it out.
See, Mr. Cunningham. Probably a good idea I missed your clinical governance meeting at lunchtime.
Mr. Douglas? Haven't you forgotten something? My report.
Sorry, didn't I mention it? It's on the chair. I also emailed your PA a copy. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Hi, Alice. How are you feeling?
Okay.
Well, we have some concerns. Do you think there's anything you want to tell us?
Like what?
Well, the tear in your esophagus was caused by excessive vomiting.
Excessive.
Alice, what's going on?
Don't start, Mary. Please don't start.
Okay, I have to ask you. Have you been taking something to make you vomit?
No,
Because these are classic symptoms of bulimia.
I'm not bulimic.
Look, all we want is for you to recover and to get on with your life. That operation was pretty serious.
Is it true? Well, just tell me.
All right, your sister can speak for herself.
You know why.
Not this again. Do we have to do this in front of them?
You just can't stop, can you? Even now.
What?
You always have to be the one who's in control. You have to fix everything.
Okay, calm down.
Why do you make me feel so useless?
Alice, you have to understand you put your life at risk.
I think you two need to speak to each other. Sort this out between yourselves.
Oh, it's the most intelligent thing I've heard you say all day. Oh, wow, nice dress.
That's what I was doing this afternoon.
All right, who's the lucky lady?
You.
What?
You said you didn't have anything to wear, so I thought if I got you a dress, you might come with me tonight. It's my apology for my behavior today.
Well, as I said, it's a lovely dress. But, it's not my colour. Okay, here's the deal. I'm wearing this dress. I use the evening to network. And we go home in separate cabs. What do you say?
It's a deal.